Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Macabane 101 and this is Let's Play Monster Hunter Online. Oh wait, no, it's Hunter Blade, but it looks exactly the same as Monster Hunter, and it is. So I figured I'd show you guys what I've been up to a little bit while I had some free time. And yes, that is the katana blade that you see, and that is Velociprey armor that you see. It's just different names, that's about it. This is a game made by a Chinese company. I forget the name of the company already because it's kind of a forgettable name, but the game is actually pretty good in itself. Very exactly Monster Hunter with MMO aspects that you would come to see in games like World of Warcraft, and it's extremely easy to play. And the difficulty is still there with Monster Hunter once you get to a higher level and start being able to play on normal difficulty, hard, and then later the hardest difficulty, which is probably Nightmare or something silly like that. This is an instance-based MMORPG, so instance-based would mean up to 5 people can play together at any given time, which is one extra than Monster Hunter, which is kind of cool. So I made Alria, because I spelled her name wrong when I pressed enter because I was just kind of getting anxious. I'm not really a fan of the clothes. A little bit underdressed, you know. Monster Hunter, they made it so, you know, male and female, they still wear the same kind of armor, so it kind of makes me regret, you know, making a female character, but hey, whatever. Let's go to the double click on Alria, next step, and then you get to enter one of these servers. I'll just go into the recommended one, even though it says line 1, so it's probably full and won't let me in, but it does anyway, because it's ridiculous. Also, if you hear a lot of like weird P's when I say P, or like player or something like that, that's because I'm not using the pop filter on my mic because I'm testing something out with it. But anyway, this is the main area for the game. And just as you would see in Monster Hunter Tri, this is very similar to the Monster Hunter Tri setup. And yeah, basically you get your quests from here. As you can see on the right side of the screen, I have a bunch of quests. The nice thing is if I want to get to someone, like Simon, I can just left click his name, it'll auto run me there. Or if I look at my map and left click on the map, it'll auto run me there, which allows me to just have to worry about hunts. Now I do have a few hunts set up, but let me just show you guys the storage bin. There is a bit of things that you have to pay for in the game, although the game is free to play. You don't have to pay for this, but it is recommended probably if you really like the game, and I recommend you wait until you're max level to do it, because that's when you get the good stuff. And I'm not even max level yet. I believe max level is around 80. I'm almost level 30, which is pretty good. I get to unlock some new weapons, like the Great Sword, which is my favorite sword in Monster Hunter. But as you can see, there's a whole bunch of crafting materials, like boar hides, and stuff like that. And of course, I would just call these Velociprey scales, and that's what I use to make my armor and my weapon. You can also upgrade your weapons to be from +1 to 4, and since my weapon is +4, it has a little bit of this glowing thing on it, which is kind of cool. It is more powerful as well than the normal starting sword, and as you can see, there's other players in the world as well. And of course, I'm playing a 1920 by 1080p, so the game looks gorgeous. And for some reason, you guys, I'm looking at the top left of the screen, got like a really horrible frame drop, so I do apologize for that. DxTory is notorious for doing that. If that continues happening, I'll just switch over to Fraps. That's really not a big deal. And here's how you start a quest. You go into this portal thing, and you can click on the different areas to choose what quest you want to do. Not all of them are actually quest related, but you can just go here, and if you're bored, you can just pick whatever quest you want to do. And if you've done the quest before, like this boar one, I've beaten it on simple, which means I can do it on common. I've beaten it on common, which means I can do it on hard. So anyone that's played Diablo 3 before, you will be right at home, because that's how Diablo 3 works. You beat the game once on like normal, and then you can go on hard, and then Nightmare and Inferno. And then this one sounds pretty dangerous. It also tells you that it's probably recommended to have 3 to 4 players. Now this one will probably be extremely easy because simple is easy difficulty and recommend for 1 to 2 players. I prefer common, but it really doesn't matter to me until I get simple done, right? So let's go ahead and do this one. This one, well, let's just confirm. It'll give us a quest anyway, because this is one of the quests that I need to do. And as you notice, it said hard. Also, I think we're going to be going to a new area, or a new area for me, as the game loads right on up. And there we go. We're in our new area. And instead of getting a blue chest, you get this hot lady. You get to talk to her. I'm going to turn up my headphones just so I can hear some stuff a little bit better. And we got supplies. You just say receive all. And it goes directly in here. Everything's already pre-hotkeyed, which is pretty nice. And we also have a few extra abilities, which is pretty cool. And we have like elixirs that we can use. These really don't give you that much health, but they're there. We have vigor elixir, which is increases my vitality. That's interesting. Let me just try and drink one of those. Okay, so that increased my stamina, which is apparently my vitality. We also have things like Honky Elixir, investigate monster leader's position on the map for 12 seconds. So if I use that, I get to see anywhere on this top right screen map where the enemy is at. We come with 4 whetstones, a black tea, which is like anti-cool air or whatever. It's basically a hot potion. And then we have our cool potion, which is the ice grass tea. And most likely we're going to have to drink that one. And then to get out of this mode here should be the tab key. There we go. And I can look around with my camera. Let me show you guys the animations. You'll be kind of surprised how exact it is to Monster Hunter. So anyone that's seen the katana, yeah, that is exactly the same as Monster Hunter. So if you like Monster Hunter, this is the game for you, because it's if you can't get into the Monster Hunter frontier because you don't live in Japan, which I'm generally assuming, I don't think any Japanese people watch me, it's recommended you play this game because this game's not so bad. It may not be exactly like Monster Hunter, and it's kind of boring right at the beginning because you have to do a lot of, you don't have to do any reading, but it's a lot of quest clicking. But if you just want to get right into the game, it's really not a big deal. So let me take on this guy. He's not going to be so tough. Yeah, he went down in 2 hits. Then you can just carve him up, and carving's a little bit better than Monster. It's more MMO based. There you go. Carve him once, you get everything that you need, and you're good to go. And all you have to do is press Z. And the nice thing is that the monsters don't disappear instantly. So if you're fighting a whole bunch of Velociprey or something like that, you don't have to really worry about it. They're not going to disappear for a good 2 minutes. So you have a decent amount of time, but that is a universal thing. All monsters are going to disappear in about 2 minutes after you kill them. So keep in mind that if you are hunting a certain monster and you're hunting a lot of them, you are going to want to make sure you start carving if you get into that 1 minute 30-second marker. So keep in mind that, you know, it doesn't take as long to carve monsters now, so it's a little more useful. There we are. So one of the lazy things I like to do is just go to my mini map, and it says eliminate all whatever in area 3. So here's area 3. I'll left click on that and my character will automatically take me there. I can also hold shift, and at the top right top left of the screen you'll see the stamina bar starting to go down. But I'm not moving my character, the game is moving it for me, which I actually kind of like. It's kind of like an auto run feature, but for Monster Hunter, so it actually is pretty good. So now we have to fight these like desert guys, which are like Leoprey, or Genprey, sorry. Get my freaking Monster Hunter intelligence gone already. You can roll around just like in Monster Hunter and everything like that. It's just the game is a bit easier because you can hit a lot more enemies at once. The AI is not nearly as good as what Monster Hunter was, where they jump around a lot. They kind of just stay there for you. But if you play on the hard difficulties, they do a bit of damage, and there's a reward system for not getting hit. If you don't get hit at all, I think you get a triple S score, and that affects your treasure at the end of the game, or at the end of the hunt. But you can redo hunts as many times as you want, whenever you want, really. And the nice thing is that all the monsters come towards you, so you can just clear them out as fast as possible, and then reap the rewards at the end, which is a lot, better than usual, I would say. It doesn't seem like the frame rate was dropping at all too much. I guess just a few times it does that. I don't know. DxTory is weird. I don't know why it does that, but it does. And looks like these guys were feasting on this dude, or these 3 dudes. That's like a perfect triangle. Crafty guys. Alright, let me see. I need to go to area 4, which is going the right way. So, I think what I'm going to need to do is press Alt 6. Great. So, now I have a cooling potion on. And when I get into the desert, I shouldn't lose any health. As long as these guys... well, if these guys hit me, that's just normal damage. Hiya! Back, you foul heathens! Don't you know who I am? I'm a misspelled character. It's pretty easy to play. I haven't really learned longsword before, but I feel like I kind of got it down. There's also a special ability you get to do, but I'm just kind of saving that for the boss because I generally don't care about it. It just is a waste of movement, and you don't actually hit them enough to really make it matter, considering they don't have much health on simple mode. Now, if this was a harder difficulty, I'd probably use it a lot more. But keep in mind that this bar here is exactly what you think it is. It is the focus meter for the katana, which was added since Monster Hunter 2, or sorry, Monster Hunter G, and then moved on to Monster Hunter 2, Freedom, Unite, Portables, all that jazz. And we currently see that in Monster Hunter Tri and Frontier. Or at least I believe it's in Frontier as well. It should be in Frontier. I do remember, though, Monster Hunter 1 did not have that. Actually, katanas were considered a great sword back then, and then people were kind of like, well, that doesn't make much sense now, does it? It's a much lighter weapon, and the Japanese know that because it's pretty much their, their heritage. Alright. I need to kill the Y Dragon. So this looks like our boss here. Now, I can throw a little paintball at it, which is Alt 7. Let me try that. I haven't really done that before. And of course I missed completely. Alright, let me try this. I'm going to try clicking on it. Nope, that missed. Or that didn't miss, but he hit me. This is me fooling around now. Alright, let me get him. Ah, that didn't work. I guess I need to just press Alt 7. You know what? Screw it. Alright, let me actually fight this guy. As you can see on the top of the screen, I know it's a boss because I can see his health bar. And I'm probably not going to get a good score. But there's also these chests here, and you can break them. Bleeding chest, man. And then I got a power up because of that chest, which makes me a little bit stronger. And then we press E a whole bunch of times, and that's my power ability. You get to do that about twice. I like to charge it up again, and then do it again. And there we go. As you can tell, it's quite easy, and you can dig the guy up. A lot of people don't realize that you should mine him before you click on the clearing, and there we go. And these guys can't do any damage to you. You get ranked on how good you did. I did pretty bad because I was trying to do something silly, like throw a narpin thing at that. I kind of think I should put my tracking ball on like 3 or something. And I didn't get a chance to show you guys these, so I'm going to do another quest, which is going to be like on a harder difficulty. So you double click on one of these chests, it opens up and gives you a whole bunch of goodies. And unfortunately, I have to put these in my backpack. I really don't have much space in my inventory, and I'm going to have to clear that out. Unless I want to put some money towards this game, which I'm not quite sure yet. I think I'm going to wait till, like I said, a high level. And of course, these guys want to eat me. So you can either hunt again or go to the village. I'm going to go to the village because I don't know if that actually changes anything, but whatever. Alright, cool. So, yeah. Let me check my chest. So since I'm now getting new style of scales, I can take out these old ones. This is kind of how I figured. Once I get the new stuff, I can start selling the old. Anything that was kind of, useless to me. This here, I don't need that. And then I can just replace them with this stuff. And you just press enter on your keyboard to confirm these, which is a little annoying, but Alright, now I'm kind of maxed out on that. Rockstone fragment. I kind of like that. A middle bone. I definitely need the bones. What's this one? Cancel. Reef monostroma. Moss boar skin that looks like full of moss. Moss boar set. I kind of need the moss boar stuff. Oh wait, no, the moss boar. Ah, screw that. I don't need moss boar. Alright, I put that in there, and then everything else that can go in. Everything else looks good to me. Rockstone. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, you can actually expand, but it costs these things called jade shells, and like I said, you need to buy those. And I don't know how you buy them. Oops, that was an accident. Well, I do know how you buy them. You have to go on their website and use like PayPal. And then there you go. It's about $10 for I don't know how many. Also, there was this thing on the bottom left here that was supposed to give you gifts, but I think that's only for a certain amount of time, and then you just stop getting gifts. But I don't think there's actually a setting to turn it back on. There's this thing here. Oh yeah, the vitality. Cool. Alright. So, I'm gonna go sell some stuff. Let's see here. There's a lady that you can talk to. And you can go to item trading. There's these leaves you can sell. Copper leaves. There's 3 different types, and there probably is going to be a 4th one. It kind of works like WoW. You have 6 gold, 78 silver, 52 copper, and then all you do is sell this, and it will bump you up. One time I had like a whole bunch of like silver leaves. That was a copper leaf, so it's only going to give me copper, but silver leaves can get you for silver. I kind of don't know why they don't just give you money, but I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to tempt you into accidentally taking so many that you have to go buy stuff. I don't know. Secret company plans, man. Secret company plans. I don't need to sell that. And also these things that you get for quests. They're Spring Warmth. And what they do is they increase your daily fatigue. This game has a daily fatigue and weekly fatigue. Your daily fatigue is 1,000. And if you do too many quests, you will start to decrease that fatigue. And if it gets to 0, you can't do any more quests. Unless you still have your weekly fatigue. And then if you have weekly fatigue, that will start to go down if you eat up all your daily fatigue. It's actually pretty hard to get that all down because you need to like spend 10 hours a day on the game. And I think it's just to make sure people don't kill themselves while they're playing this game. Which, you know, I guess this is the company saving their butts. There we go. Accept that quest. As you can see, I'm not reading anything because there's no point. But anyway, what's this? Oh yeah, and also since it's a Chinese game, things aren't actually written out properly, so I have no idea what this guy wants me to make, and I'll probably just, you know, cancel the god dang quest. Enter this scene. Why not? So as you can see, my character's gonna go into that scene. Unfortunately, you can't sprint while you're in town, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Because it's a lot easier when you have to click one button and it takes you to the area you need to go. Which I think this game is very smart for doing that. So apparently it wants me to go here. So let's increase the difficulty of that quest. And there we go. As you can see, you can actually auto-match. And anyone else that's doing this quest on any of the other servers, including this one, well, I'll be auto-match with them. But chances are no one else is doing those quests. Like I said, the game kind of only will heat up later on. Alright, cool. So let's talk to her.
My information.
And now that quest is done. But let me receive all of this crap. And I believe I already did the quest anyway. I already did that one quest, but really, I don't care too much. So yes, this is the exact same quest as before, but it's going to be a little bit harder. I'm not going to worry about those guys though. And we have to go to Area 3. It kind of is nice that it just tells us where to go. And luckily both these things seem to go... No, they don't. This one's actually going to go to 2. Yeah. Kind of weird how they decided to do the maps, but whatever. I mean, the maps are very similar to Monster Hunter, but these ones are obviously a lot more sloppily made, because it's not made by the guys that make, you know, the good game. But, I mean, this is a really fun MMO, and if your friends don't have Monster Hunter, or they are wondering if they should get it, this is one of those games that can kind of convince them to buy it. Or one of those games that you guys can play together, because this game is a newer game and has a better resolution, considering the Wii only goes to like 480p, and if you don't have a good emulator, well, Dolphins is the horrible emulator in general, so Dolphin, as good as it is to like upgrade the resolution, you'll never get a good frame rate on that unless you have like NASA computers or some silliness. But as you can see, these guys are take a lot more damage, or can withstand a lot more damage anyway. And I'll start digging more of this. I think what I'm going to do is upgrade my armor into these guys' reptilian color. So basically, instead of having blue, I'm going to have this awesome Genpray color. And then the last one will be Eoprey, or Ioprey. I don't know. I always call them Luprey, but apparently I completely forgot that it's all capitals in the first letter. But when I was a kid, I always called them Luprey, man. Luprey was where it at. How it is. Alright, cool. So that's everything, and let's move out. I guess I should definitely show you guys some of the other moves, which are pretty cool. They're actually the MMO moves of the game. Oh, my character is becoming tired. I always forget about that. It actually does take a decent amount of time for her to get tired, but whatever. Cool. So once they start bunching up, and then I'll use that ability. Alright, so they're kind of bunched up now. So let me just press... Oh, crap. Alright, let me press 1. There you go. That's one of the abilities. And there's another one. I love that. It's a pretty cool ability. And if you know how to use it right, I guess you could do a lot of damage with it. I still kind of like to stick to just the pure Monster Hunter abilities, because that's how I live. Also, you can play this game with the controllers, with like all your PS2 controller or 360 controller, any of your game pads you have for the PC. Easily, you can change them around. I haven't actually played the game with the controller, which I probably should have right at the beginning, but I learned the game with the PC controls, and now I kind of really like them. They're not bad at all, and they're very smooth. This game has no delay when you're trying to attack, and the 60 frames per second make the game feel really good. I don't feel bad at all when I'm trying to do it. The little things at the bottom there are kind of annoying, though. I kind of really don't care for them, considering it does it every time you do the quest. But in the end, it's really not, the worst. And you will find that you'll level up really fast. This is probably the fastest leveling game of all time. I got to level 30 in about 2 hours. So, yeah. I don't know how it will ramp, but it probably won't in the amount of time it takes to level. Kind of funny how these chests bleed, but whatever. Alright. So now I have a power buff. And now I need to find Mr. Dragon Dude. Do all my damage to him. There's also a skill point system, which I should probably show you guys after this mission, and I'll explain how that works. But it's very similar to World of Warcraft. Alright. As you can see, his health bar is a lot bigger than normal. It's 2 health bars. Oh crap, there's more of them? That's new. I never had a situation where more monsters come in. Now my weapon is actually damaged currently right now, so I'm going to be doing less damage. It may be a good idea for me to pull off and go ahead and do an Alt 4, which is my whetstone, and hopefully not get hit. So right when I'm about to get tired, there you go. Alright, cool. So hopefully don't hit me. There we go, nice and repaired, and that guy's being a jerk. And there we go. And that was normal difficulty, so as you can see, the difficulty was a little bit higher, but I think where it's actually at is the hard difficulties and other things like that. And keep in mind, I'm using crafted equipment, and crafted equipment is always going to be better than normal equipment. But yeah, I really enjoy this game. It's actually not bad at all, and a very fun game to play with other people. And yeah, so let me clear this out. I gotta show you guys the skill system before I go. So let me only A again. So yeah, ooh, got some money. Hey, another dragon head. Why not? So I can go to storage and I'll put these in my backpack. Cool. And let's go to the village. Cool beads. All right. All right. All right. So there is a skill system. Yes. I just gotta find which thing is skills. There you go, skill. So this is the skill system. You can go to the weapon mastery and everything like that. So if I go to view mastery, you can learn all these different things, and you can forget anything you want. Right now, Claymore, which is the, great sword of Monster Hunter, obviously, is locked until level 30. I'm level 28, so that'll be soon. But right now I have this learned, so if I go to skill profile, as you can see, I have sword mastery, I guess, and I have points going into this, and it goes all the way down like so. But let me see here. Let me go to that thing. There we go. Now it's back here. This is what I actually have in this, and apparently I can actually get some other stuff, but yeah, it says mastery skill points left. I have 11 points to spend, but a lot of the stuff is waiting until level 30 to put points into, but it does increase like your ability to do more damage. It also gives you abilities such as Blood Strike and Air Blade, and that's about it. I mean, there's a few more other abilities that I really don't care about. I kind of stay away from these skill points. I know I probably should be using them more, but to be completely fair with you, I could care less about them. But other than that, this game is actually really good, and I definitely recommend you guys go download it. You probably should go download the client through a torrent, like I did, because the website has a very, very horribly slow downloading process. And it'll probably take you about a good 20 hours to download it, because it only downloads about 200 kilobytes per second. So if you have good internet, I recommend using a torrent for the client, not for the game, for the client. And that'll probably increase your time to download it, and then there'll be a decent update. But other than that, if you guys want to see more, leave a like and a comment below, and I will put more videos up of this game itself. And also, if you guys want to see more Monster Hunter, you can always go to my channel and subscribe if you have not already. And anyone that's waiting for Monster Hunter 3, I'm actually still waiting for Luke. He's actually moving out right now, and he'll be in his new house in about a week. So, good times. We'll be playing a lot of Monster Hunter Tri Online. We made some new characters, and we're going to be doing some really cool stuff with those guys. Or gals, actually. Yeah, it's going to be really cool. Alright, guys. I'll talk to you next time.